Okay, this is what a typically sealed, completely sealed building looks like. However, a completely sealed building would mean absolutely no ventilation and it would heat up. So we have to give opening vents, and these vents move on hinges which come to us from Securostyle UK. They conform to BSE and ISO 9001 2000 standards. Securostyle produces 60,000 friction stays per day and has an annual turnover of 60 million pounds. Uh, why should windows be openables? It will help reduce heat, it will improve the occupant's sense of well-being, it will remove odors, gases and smoke, it would reduce energy consumption and help prevent condensation. It could be natural ventilation. You open windows on two sides, and with cross ventilation, the room gets ventilated. It could be a mechanical way in which there will be a forced exhaust fan which will make the air move through the building. Air conditioning, humidity, and temperature control, and a mixed mode of the three methods above. Natural ventilation gives us environmental sustainability, improved working environments, 10 to 15% lower capital costs, lower energy cost, and night cooling potential. And this is how it happens. The cold air comes in from here, heats up and rises out through the upper vents. Opening sashes is important because natural ventilation is necessary. It allows a choice of aesthetics. It provides smoke evacuation solutions and can help preserve the reflectivity of the facade. These are some of the opening solutions. This is a top-hung window, louvered windows. This is a tilt-out or a bottom-hung smoke egress window or parallel windows. The projecting systems, you have the traditional style of opening, top or side-hung sashes. They could be manually or operated by power or automated vents. Vents remain balanced at any given opening angle because of the friction hinges which are self-balanced, and they don't close until they are closed manually or automated means. They have low initial costs and provide access for the firefighter. Now Securostyle has these ranges of friction hinges that we cater to. The Defender range, that's the non-commercial application for the light duty applications. Then we have the Storm Balanced, which is for very heavy wind pressures, and they are capable of taking negative wind pressure. The Sterling range and parallel ranges. In the Defender range, they are for residential or light commercial applications. They are self-balancing. Self-balancing means that if it's a top-hung window and you open it, it will not close because of its own weight or because of wind pressure. You will have to physically close the window. Only then will the window close. The Defender has a long and reliable working life because Defender range is tested to 30,000 operating cycles. There are certain patented things. This is a friction hinge Defender model, and you see here an asymmetrical arrowhead, and this is made of fiber. This is a patented device, and the asymmetrical arrowhead helps in the Defender closing properly. This also is a fiber component that you see here, and this is the slider, which is lip slider for smooth operation. This also is a patented design for Securostyle, and in other competition friction hinges, this is made of brass, so there is a metal to metal contact. But in our case, although this is made of SS304 or SS403, the track here, but the lip slider is made of fiber, and this gives an extremely smooth movement of the friction hinge. Now, look at the cam adjustment device here. Suppose we have a top-hung window which is falling down because of its own weight. Then we can adjust the friction in the friction hinges by manipulating this cam adjustment device, and the friction hinge becomes self-balanced. We have the normal Defender series, then we have the Defender Egress series, and then Defender Restricted series. Defender Egress is a friction hinge which allows casement windows to open to full 90 degree for an emergency exit. Let's have a look. Here, that's the Defender Egress. Just to recapitulate, here is the asymmetrical arrowhead, and that's the lip slider and the cam adjustment device here. On the egress model, there is a button here. Now what happens is, when you open, this is how the egress will be fully open. This is the portion that goes on the frame, and this is the portion that goes on the on which the sash rests. So when you open it fully, you get a full 90 degree opening, and a person can jump out or come in. Jump out, a person, if there is a fire, he can jump out and save himself, or the fireman can come inside for putting out the fire. Then this button here, when you press this button, the entire window shifts outwards. It's something like this. This is at 90 degree fully open. When you press this button here, the entire sash shifts here, so that you can stick your hand out through this opening and clean the outer glass surface. So this is an easy clean option. When you close the Defender, again it resets automatically to the egress mode, because egress is important for safety of the people, so it automatically sets or resets to the egress mode. Defender friction hinges, the codes start with ED, so that is Enhanced Defender, and if it is an top hung, if it's a top hung window, then there will be a T. If it's a side hung window, then there will be an S, and for the egress it will be E. In the restricted mode, this is made basically for child safety. Think of a window which is 10 stories high on a facade, and if it can be opened fully, then a child can slip out. However, in a Defender restricted model, again there is a button here, and when you press the button, when you open the window, it opens to a very small amount. The amount of opening is so less that a child cannot slip out and fall from the window, and then you need to press this button for the window to be opened further. This button can be pressed by a force which is possible only by an adult. A child cannot give force enough for pushing this button so that the window opens further. And when you close the window, it resets to the child safety mode. Next we have the Storm series, Storm Balanced series, and they come in top hung and side hung varieties. And the Storm series of friction hinges are designed for America, where they conform to the AAMA standard, and they are capable of withstanding very high wind loads, positive wind load as well as negative wind load. Imagine a building towards which a cyclone is approaching. So the kind of wind load that comes in the window when the cyclone is approaching is a positive wind load, and the kind of wind load that comes on the window when the cyclone has passed the building and is receding away from it is a negative wind load. The negative wind load comes from the side of the arrowhead here. So Storm series are capable of withstanding both negative and positive wind load. Next we have the Sterling series, and Sterling series are again self-balancing. Sterling are the top end model, and they conform to the British standards, the French standards, the AAMA, and they are 304 grade stainless steel for corrosion resistant, and they are capable of sustaining heavy window loads of up to 100 kilograms. This is how cross ventilation happens in systems. You have a top hung window and the cold air comes in and the hot air goes out from here. In case of a fire, the cold air comes in and hot air goes out from here. The most prevalent, the highest possibility of a person dying in a fire is not because of burning, but due to asphyxiation. The gases, the smoke produced, take out all the oxygen from the air, and the people inside who are trapped inside are unable to breathe. So with this kind of ventilation, the smoke can go out and it would save people's lives. In order to specify the correct friction hinges, we need the CAD drawing of the window or door sections in AutoCAD format. We need to have the application information as to whether you want child safety functions, whether you want easy clean options, and so on and so forth. Whether you want automated opening, is it for smoke egress or just normal ventilation? We would want the vent dimensions, the glazing thickness, what is the thickness of the glass that you will be using, and if possible, the vent weight. Here is how we calculate the weight of the vent that we are going to suggest a friction hinge for.